Is this ammunition worth twice the price of this ammunition? So this is the Hornady American Whitetail. This looks like your old school bullet. Lead nose. Now it does have an interlock core, so it locks the lead inside the copper jacket. And this is Nosler's AccuBond. So the lead core here is bonded to the jacket, and then it's got your ballistic style tip, which gives you a little bit more aerodynamics. So I'm going to start by shooting a group at 100 yards to see how well it prints. I'm going to start with the Hornady American Whitetail. We'll shoot a 3-shot group. I think that's fair. And I set up the chronograph so we can look at the standard deviation. From there, we'll then go over to the Nosler and just see which one prints better. So both of these rounds are 150 grain bullets. The bullet styles are dramatically different. This is Hornady's renowned interlock bullet, perfect for whitetails. All right, let's see how we did. Oh, wow. So my first shot hit about 1.5 inches low. Second shot was about 3/4 inch higher. And then my third shot was through the same hole. So we definitely have a sub MOA group, and it's vertically stringing like that. So it definitely could be me putting a little bit more pressure. 0 left and right. So as far as accuracy is concerned, that's pretty impressive. And look at the chronograph. So the min was 27.92. The average was 28.04. The max was 28.13. So the entire spread was 21 feet. So basically 20 feet per second. Total deviation in velocity, which is extremely, extremely consistent. So for inexpensive ammo right here, the cheapest on the shelf right now, the Hornady American Whitetail definitely has great standard deviation, great accuracy, but let's see how that compares to the high-grade Nosler. So the Nosler bullet style is dramatically different than the Hornady. It's still 150 grain bullet. But the difference here is the bullet, they call it their AccuBond, where the lead core is bonded to the jacket. So the design for this bullet is controlled expansion. Now the plastic ballistic tip here helps to open the mouth up so you have rapid expansion, but the bullet should hold together and should give you like 95 or higher % weight retention. So this is really designed for those shots where you're breaking bone down, and obviously good enough to shoot an elk or moose or something of that nature. But for a whitetail, we'll see if it's a little bit overkill when we shoot it in the ballistic gelatin. But the most important thing is, how well does it group? All right, here's a good looking bullet. All right, let's see how she did. I'll give the accuracy to the Hornady ammo. Now what's interesting is, and we'll walk down and look at the targets, the Hornady printed about 1 inch low from the diamond. It didn't touch the reticle, didn't touch the gun. And the Nosler printed about 2 inches high. And there's same weight of bullet, 150 grain bullet, but the harmonics of the barrel based off the powder they use obviously changes the dynamics inside the barrel. And this is where it's really important to understand whatever you sight your gun into, whether it's Hornady, Nosler, Remington, Federal, doesn't matter. Always stick with the same brand of ammunition, the same style, the same bullet weight, because it will change your point of impact, and we'll walk down and show you that. And as far as standard deviation, there's the 3 shots. So we had 28.33, 27.98, 28.28. So your standard deviation, you know, was about what the Hornady was, 22 feet per second difference. So again, standard deviation between the two, dead heat. They're identical, both superior rounds of ammunition. So let's go look at these groups and set up the gel block test. All right, the two different groups. So here's the Hornady. Obviously impressive. 2 shots in this single hole here, 1 shot. I mean, these are 1/2 inch lines. So realistically, this is less than 3/4 of an inch. Probably, you know, 5/8, somewhere around that. So this gun really likes this ammunition. The Nosler, we have 2 of them, you know, within 3/4 of an inch here, and then had 1 flyer up there. But be honest with you, that could have been me. Could have been the barrel getting hot. Every gun, the harmonics of the barrel likes one brand of ammo, one bullet style over another. So just because it's a quality round of ammunition and a good bullet doesn't mean it's going to group, and vice versa. In this case, this gun, what this ammunition it prefers, definitely the less expensive ammo. But the real test is, how does the bullet perform in gelatin? First shot, we're going to shoot the Nosler AccuBond at 100 yards. My guess is it's going to go through the first gel block. Being a bonded bullet, it was designed for penetration. So let's see how she shoots. Oh, unbelievable. Let's go down and take a look at it. It flipped 1 block off the bench. The other block went the other way off the bench. So there's no doubt it went through the first block. That is devastating. So you can see this wound channel here. So it completely mushroomed at 3 inches, traveled all the way through the entire block. You can see a little bit of the jacket right there, but that is about as textbook as you could ask. But just the energy when that block came off. Let's see if we caught the bullet. Oh, here we go. We got the bullet. So we went through 16 inches and then another 4. So 20 inches of penetration, which obviously for anything in North America is enough. So we're going to wait to dig this out. But you can see just looking at it, the copper jacket still attached to the bullet. I would say you're looking at 90% plus weight retention, but this is impressive. That's incredible. So let's go shoot the Hornady. We'll shoot this one a little bit lower so you can compare the wound channel. So I set the block like that and I'll aim right there. Next up, Hornady American Whitetail. Your traditional deer killing bullet right here. Oh my gosh, there's no doubt. All the energy dropped into that first block. It flipped it upside down, and I can't wait to see what the devastation looks like. Both of them side by side, boy, you could. All right, so here's the difference. So here's the Hornady bullet, right at probably 15 inches, which you can see really well, but look at the wound channels. So I would say the Hornady expanded about the same distance that the Nosler did. Then the Nosler, because you don't have the continued mushroom effect, that the Nosler continued to penetrate all the way to 20 inches. So 5 inches more penetration, but the wound channel on the traditional inexpensive ammo, the Hornady American Whitetail, you definitely have more devastation for a longer period. So probably, you know, you have 8 inches here, but really I would say it's a draw, except the penetration goes to the AccuBond. All right, let's dig these bullets out. Boy, this got a lot of penetration. There we go. We got her. There we go. Here we go. Okay. Wow. That is impressive. So this is Nosler's AccuBond. Perfect mushroom. Absolutely perfect. See how it rolled back. Very uniform. 0.68. So remember, this started off as 0.30, 0.68, so it more than doubled in size. Now let's see how the weight retention is. 127 grains is where it finished out. We have 85% weight retention. Impressive. But the lead is bonded to the jacket, so this we predicted was going to be the best for penetration and absolute uniform expansion. Didn't get as much penetration, so this went about 15 inches. So about 5 inches less, so the Nosler being bonded, which is the bullet construction. And Hornady makes bonded bullets too, and Nosler makes pointed soft points too, so they make all the variations. But the bonded bullet definitely had about 30% more penetration. Here we go. Definitely a bigger mushroom, no question. So we'll go the widest, 0.85, 0.7. So here you go. This is bonded. This is the Hornady right here. So definitely larger wound channel on this. But again, the bonded was meant for penetration. The Hornady was meant for rapid expansion. So there you go, you can see the back. But both mushroom perfectly. Like you can't ask for either one to be performed any better. So let's check out the weight. Get the gel out of here. Don't want any excess weight. Let's see what she weighs. Wow, 131. 87% weight retention. So basically the weight retention between these two bullets is nearly identical. So if you want penetration, elk, moose, mule deer, big game animals, crushing bone, the Nosler Accubon. If you want rapid expansion, whitetail size game, medium size game, and a less expensive round, the Hornady American Whitetail. Both will shoot extremely well out of any high quality rifles like the Encore. So it's really your choice. $64, $32.